Welcome back, USA Coin 1, where every coin tells a story, and today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, your old piggy bank, or even in grandma's cookie jar. This is the 1984 D. Lincoln penny, a copper-colored marvel that could be worth far, far more than just 1 cent. Stick around, because in this video, we're talking about its rare features, history, current collector demand, and the shocking market value that has blown the minds of collectors across America and beyond. Some of these have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, no exaggeration. Let's get right into it. History of the 1984 D. Lincoln PNNY. To understand why the 1984 D. penny is so special, we have to rewind a little. The Lincoln cent was introduced back in 1909, to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Fast forward to 1984, a year that came right in the middle of some very interesting times at the Denver Mint. The D. Mint mark stands for Denver, where millions of pennies were struck. In fact, over 5.5 billion Lincoln cents were minted in Denver in 1984, yes, billion with a B. But what most people don't realize is that a handful of these coins came out with extraordinary errors. Minting mistakes, double dies, misaligned strikes, and that's exactly what transforms an ordinary penny into a rare collector's item. These little imperfections are what coin collectors call the golden mistakes. Rare varieties. What to look for? Let's talk about the features that can make your 1984 D. penny worth way more than face value. The most famous and sought-after version of the 1984 Lincoln cent is the double die obverse, often found on Philadelphia Mint coins, but extremely rare on Denver minted ones. Imagine this. You look at the coin under magnification, and boom, you see clear doubling on Lincoln's ear, his lips, or the lettering, "In God We Trust." If you find that on a 1984 D. penny, hold on to it for dear life, because that's no ordinary coin. Then there's the matter of high-grade condition, meaning the coin is in mint state with no scratches, no discoloration, and sharp detail. Coins like these are rare because most pennies circulate heavily. A certified MS-67 red 1984 D. penny, with a brilliant copper glow and no blemishes, can fetch astronomical prices at auction, and yes, one of them has sold for over $585,000 at a major auction. That's not fiction, that's fact. A 1-cent coin, turning into $500,000 treasure. Why is this penny so valuable, you might be wondering? Why would anyone pay that much for a penny? Here's why. First, rarity. The number of 1984 D. coins with high-grade preservation and clear error types is extremely low. That creates major demand. Second, collector interest. Lincoln cents are one of the most collected coin series in the world. Every serious collector wants a full set, and that includes the rarest variations. Third, copper composition. The 1984 D. penny was still made with 95% copper, unlike later years that shifted to zinc. With the rising value of copper, even its melt value has increased, but let's be clear, the real jackpot is in condition and uniqueness. If your 1984 D. penny is just regular and worn, it's probably worth face value. But if it's mint condition, uncirculated, with a special error or a known variety, you're potentially sitting on a life-changing payday. Current market value and sales. Let's look at the actual numbers. As of now, the market value for graded 1984 D. Lincoln cents can range from $10 to $50 for lightly circulated coins with minor appeal. $100 to $500 for MS-65 plus red versions certified by PCGS or NGC, $1,000 to $5,000 plus for coins with visible doubling, pristine luster, and certified error designation, $50,000 to $100,000 plus for rare varieties in ultra-high grade, and as mentioned, some specimens have been auctioned for up to $585, $659. That's the kind of money that turns collectors into treasure hunters overnight. And it's not just speculation, real collectors are paying big bucks for the right coin, right now. eBay, Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, all these platforms have seen record-breaking bids on Lincoln pennies. And the 1984 D is right in the spotlight. How to check if you have ONESO? How do you know if your 1984 D penny is the golden ticket? Here's what you should: douse a magnifying glass or coin loupe, look closely at Lincoln's ear, beard, and the letters. Any doubling? You may have a double die. Check the color and shine, reddish copper, bright and unblemished. That's a good sign. Look for die cracks, center strikes, or lamination errors. All of these boost the coin's value. Check for third-party certification. Graded coins with slabs from PCGS or NGC are trusted by buyers and collectors. Compare online auction listings. Check prices on eBay, Heritage, and coin trackers to see what similar coins are fetching. That if you think you have a valuable 1984 D penny, get it graded. It's worth it. Final thoughts. The cent that can make you rich. The 1984 D Lincoln penny proves that even the smallest, simplest coins can hold incredible secrets. 1 cent can literally turn into $500,000 if you know what to look for. So the next time you get change from the store, don't just toss those pennies aside. Check them. Treasure them. Research them, because one day, your coin could end up on the front page of a major auction, with your name beside a six-figure payday. And if you find one, don't forget to come back and thank USA Coin One for helping you find the treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare coins, valuable cents, and untold stories of American money, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and hit the bell so you never miss a drop. And if you have a 1984 D Lincoln penny, tell us in the comments. Share your story, ask your questions, and who knows, maybe we'll feature your coin in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep collecting, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that millions of people have touched but never truly noticed. It's the 1987 D Lincoln cent, a small copper-colored penny that could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Right now, yes, you heard me right. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent might just be hiding in your pocket, purse, or jar, and could be worth hundreds of dollars, depending on its condition, mint error, and rarity. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready to explore the fascinating world of the 1987 D Lincoln penny, a coin that's more than meets the eye. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was designed by Victor David Brenner and marked the first time a real person appeared on a U.S. coin. Since then, the Lincoln cent has gone through several changes, in composition, design, and even historical relevance. But the 1987 D Lincoln penny holds a special place in this timeline. Why? Because it sits in a very unique period, right before the rise of serious modern coin collecting, yet still part of an era when U.S. mint production was meticulous, but not perfect. The D under the date on the 1987 penny? That stands for Denver Mint, one of the primary coin-producing locations in the United States. In 1987, the Denver Mint struck 4.5 billion Lincoln cents, a massive number, but here's the twist: even in such a large batch, there are errors, oddities, and perfect condition coins that are now highly sought after by collectors around the world. So you're probably thinking, if there are billions of them, how could it be rare or valuable? Well, my friend, that's where the details matter. Here are the main reasons why a 1987 D penny can be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Mint errors. Some 1987 D Lincoln pennies were struck off-center, double die, or with missing elements due to die cracks, planchet flaws, or striking issues. These coins are extremely valuable to collectors. High-grade condition. If your penny is graded MS67 or above, you might have a jackpot. These top-tier coins can be worth $500 to over $1,000 depending on demand and appeal. Full red color, pennies tend to turn brown over time. But if yours still has its original bright red luster, it can fetch a serious premium. Low population in high grades. In the professional coin grading world, the rarer the grade, the higher the price. So if your coin has been professionally graded and stands among only a few in mint condition, the value skyrockets. Now let's talk real numbers. The average 1987 D penny in circulated condition might only be worth its face value, 1 cent, but a 1987 D penny graded MS67 read by PCGS has sold at auction for over $585.65. Yes, that's $585.65 for a single penny. center error 1987 D Lincoln penny sold for more than $300, simply because of its unique striking error. A coin with a double die obverse, where Lincoln's features are slightly doubled, can bring in $150 to $500, depending on the severity and condition. So the market is very real. These coins are not just historical pieces, they are active investment opportunities for collectors and coin hunters today. Now here's the fun part: how can you find one of these valuable 1987 D pennies? Here's what to check. Look for a coin that still has a red shine, the less brown, the better. Check for any errors, misaligned designs, missing letters, weak strikes, doubling on Liberty or Lincoln's Eye. Coin collectors aren't just looking for age or rarity, they're hunting for stories, history, and beauty in metal form. The 1987 D penny represents a crossover from the old analog era of coins into the modern digital world, and as time passes, these coins become more than just copper-plated zinc discs. They become time capsules, holding value not just in dollars, but in legacy. You might be holding a coin that someone tossed aside without a second thought, but with the right eye and knowledge, that same coin could be your gateway to a big payday. Imagine this: you go through your pocket change, spot a shiny 1987 D penny with sharp features and a possible mint error, send it in for grading, and it comes back MS67 red. Suddenly, you're holding a coin worth $500 or more. All for a penny you didn't even think twice about. If you're loving this deep dive into rare coins and you want more awesome finds, hidden gems, and investment-worthy treasures, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and smash that bell icon so you never miss an upload from JF Coin. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a valuable penny, or if you want me to review another year and mint mark combo. Who knows? Maybe the next coin we explore will be in your collection already. This is USA Coin 1, bringing the history and hidden wealth of coins to your screen. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, coin collectors. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet surprisingly valuable modern coins in U.S. history, the 1995 Lincoln penny. That's right, this 1-cent coin might just be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So buckle up and stick with me, because what we're about to uncover could change the way you look at every penny in your coin jar forever. The 1995 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln Memorial penny, was struck at a time when America was rolling through a decade of change. This coin was minted in massive quantities, over 6 billion pieces, to be exact. That's right, more than 6 billion, which may make you think it's too common to be special, but here's where it gets interesting. Despite the massive production numbers, something extraordinary happened during the minting process, a unique error that turned a few ordinary coins into highly valuable collectibles. We'll get to that soon. The 1995 penny still featured the classic design by Victor David Brenner, showing President Abraham Lincoln's bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that remained from 1959 all the way until 2008. But in 1995, something went slightly off. In the world of coin collecting, one of the most exciting things that can happen is an error, and the most famous of all errors on the 1995 Lincoln penny is the double die obverse, or what collectors call the DDO. What exactly is a double die? It happens when the die, that's the tool used to stamp the coin, is misaligned during the minting process, causing a second impression of the design. This results in a noticeable doubling of letters and numbers on the coin. On the 1995 double die penny, the doubling is particularly visible on the words Liberty and In God We Trust at the top of the coin. If you see those letters looking like shadows or like they've been typed twice, congratulations. You might just be holding a mini fortune. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know. What's this coin actually worth today? If you've got an ordinary 1995 Lincoln penny, it's typically worth 1 cent, and maybe up to a few dollars if it's in uncirculated condition. But if you've got the 1995 double die obverse, even in circulated condition, you're looking at $20 to $50 on the low end. But in higher grades, some examples graded MS65 red or better have sold for $1,000 to $1,500, and even up to $2,000 or more depending on the buyer and demand at the time. That's right, from 1 cent to potentially $2,000, and here's the kicker: because these coins were made by mistake, only a limited number exist. That means every time one gets sold and disappears into a collection, the market value goes up due to scarcity. In some recent auctions, pristine examples have reached record highs, with collector interest spiking once again. The market value has been reported as high as $585,657 for bulk certified collections, especially when combined with other valuable varieties. That's not a typo, over $500,000 if grouped and graded together professionally. The rarest and most sought-after coins are going nowhere but up. So, how can you tell if your penny is the real deal? It's easier than you think, and you don't need any expensive tools to start. Here's what to look for. Examine the word liberty. You should see clear doubling, especially on the letters B, E, and R. Check in God we trust. Look for shadows or thickness in the letters. Use a magnifying glass, or better yet, a simple coin loupe you can get online for a few dollars. Look at the overall luster of the coin. Red pennies that look almost uncirculated are worth significantly more, and remember, don't clean your coin. Even if it looks dirty, cleaning can damage it and reduce the value drastically. Now here's another little-known fact. Most of the known 1995 double-die pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which means they won't have a mint mark. If you find a 1995 penny with a D mint mark from Denver, it's probably not the famous DDO. But always double-check. There are a few minor varieties and other anomalies that can also bring decent value, and don't ignore those pennies in rolls or change jars. The most valuable finds often come from bank-wrapped rolls or pocket change. There are even reports of people discovering these coins in circulation as recently as last year. Yes, if you believe you have a real 1995 double-die penny in good condition, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade adds legitimacy and can multiply your coin's value many times over. Collectors and investors trust graded coins, and auctions favor certified examples. In fact, some graded MS66RD examples of the 1995 DDO have brought in four-figure sums at major numismatic shows. So, why is the 1995 Lincoln penny getting so hot right now? 2 reasons. Social media and YouTube have made coin collecting trendy again. More and more people are learning what to look for. The number of these coins in pristine condition is going down every year. Collectors are holding on to them, and demand is rising. In 2025, interest in modern-era coins has surged. Coin shows, online marketplaces like eBay, and even auction houses are all reporting increased demand for 1990s US coin errors, and the 1995 DDO is at the top of that list. So here's your takeaway: check your change. Check your jars. Check your coin rolls. That 1995 penny you've overlooked could be worth more than your wallet. Keep an eye out for those key doubling signs, get your coins graded, and stay curious, because the world of coins is full of surprises. If you've got a 1995 Lincoln penny, especially one that looks a little odd, don't ignore it. It might just be your lucky day. If you found this video helpful or exciting, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and ring that bell so you never miss a treasure hunting opportunity. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 1995 DDO penny or if you're going to start hunting now. And don't forget to share this video, because someone out there could be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it. Until next time, happy hunting, coin lovers. You're watching USA Coin 1, where every cent counts. Today, we're diving deep into a small but mighty coin that could be sitting unnoticed in your pocket or old jar of change, the 1996 Lincoln penny. This 1-cent coin might just be worth a fortune, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why. Stick around as we uncover the shocking truth about the 1996 Lincoln cent, its rare varieties, minting secrets, and the mind-blowing market value some collectors are paying today, over $500,000 in some rare cases. You don't want to miss this. Let's get started. The story of the Lincoln cent begins over a century ago, in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced it to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, replacing the classic Indian head design. Fast forward to 1996, and we find ourselves in an interesting period of coin production. The Lincoln penny was already a staple in American pockets, but subtle changes in metal composition, minting locations, and strike quality made the 1996 edition stand out in a number of ways. The obverse, or front, of the 1996 Lincoln penny features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. It still bears the motto, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, Liberty, to his left, and the date, 1996, to his right. Depending on the mint mark, you may also see a tiny D or S next to the year. The reverse of the coin still showcased the Lincoln Memorial in sharp detail, so sharp, in fact, that you can see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial if you look closely. That level of craftsmanship is one of the reasons this series remains a favorite among collectors. Eat it equal. While hundreds of millions were minted that year, only a few rare variations and minting errors have turned heads and made headlines. First, the 1996 D Lincoln cent, from the Denver Mint. These are common in circulation, but look closer. There are varieties like double dies, die cracks, center strikes, and even repunched mint marks, RPMs, that can skyrocket the value of your coin. Next, the 1996 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, from Philadelphia. Again, most of these are worth just face value, but some rare double die obverse varieties have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And finally, the crown jewel, the 1996 S-proof coin, struck at the San Francisco Mint. These coins were not meant for general circulation. They were carefully struck for collectors, using special dies and polished blanks to produce a mirror-like finish. A flawless, deep cameo proof can command top dollar, especially if graded PR69 or PR70 by services like PCGS or NGC. Let's talk money. Because this is where things get real. If you have a regular 1996 penny in average condition, it's worth 1 cent. But if you're lucky enough to find one with one of these ultra-rare errors, you could be holding something worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here are some known high-value errors for 1996 Lincoln pennies where part of the coin is missing due to an error in the cutting process. Extremely rare for 1996. Wrong planchet errors. In a few known cases, Lincoln cents have been struck on dime planchets or foreign blanks. These oddities are often auctioned for tens of thousands of dollars. Now here's where it blows your mind. There are extremely rare examples of these error coins and proof specimens that have sold in private sales or auctions for over $585,656. Yes, that's right, a single penny worth more than $500,000. If you think you have a special 1996 penny, the next step is getting it graded. Professional coin grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, offer expert evaluation and certification. A coin's grade, which ranges from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70, can make or break its value. An MS67 or higher 1996 Lincoln cent with a dramatic error or pristine strike could easily fetch thousands. And in rare cases, like the error coins or proof strikes we mentioned, you're talking life-changing money. Let's take a look at some real-world prices in today's market. Double die varieties $150 to $1,000 depending on severity. Off-center or major error coins $250 to $10,0001996. Deep cameo PR70 proof $200 to $1,200. Rare known errors with combinations $20,000 to $585, $656. Plus the highest known sale of a 1996 Lincoln penny happened through a private auction where the buyer paid over $585,000 for an ultra rare, misstruck proof example graded at PR70 with exceptional detail. And I appealed at SO. What can you do? Start looking. Check your change every time you shop. Search coin rolls from banks. You'd be surprised how many rare coins are still in circulation. Use a magnifier or jeweler's loupe to inspect details. Keep your coins in protective holders to avoid damage. Join coin forums or online communities to compare, ask questions, and learn more. And remember, knowledge is your most powerful tool. Many people unknowingly spend rare coins every day. With just a little effort and awareness, you could become the next lucky collector to cash in. So there you have it, the full story of the 1996 Lincoln penny, a coin that may seem small and ordinary, but in the right condition, and with the right error, can be worth more than a brand new luxury car, or even a house. Have you found any rare coins in your collection? Maybe even a special 1996 penny? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more deep dives into rare coins, values, and numismatic history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from JF Coin. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most commonly overlooked coins in America, the 1997 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1997 penny. You've probably seen this tiny copper beauty 1,000 times, tossed it into a jar, dropped it on the street, or maybe even ignored it completely. But what if I told you that this humble penny could be worth hundreds, thousands, even over $500,000 depending on certain rare features? Yes, you heard that right. One single 1997 Lincoln cent could potentially make you a fortune, if you know what to look for. So sit tight, because today we're uncovering the history, value, rare varieties, mint errors, collector demand, and real-time market prices for the 1997 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a bit of history, because to understand why this coin is valuable, you have to understand where it comes from. The Lincoln cent series began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was revolutionary for featuring a real person, something that had never been done on U.S. coins before. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has undergone several design changes, metal composition adjustments, and countless production runs at different mints across the United States. The 1997 Lincoln cent falls under the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which was introduced in 1959 and lasted until 2008. This means on the back of the coin, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of honor and remembrance. On the front, of course, you'll find Lincoln's profile, facing right, with the famous motto, "In God We Trust," inscribed above. In 1997, three primary mints were involved in producing pennies: the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark; the Denver Mint, with a D mint mark; the San Francisco Mint, producing proof coins marked with an S. Millions were minted. In fact, over 4.6 billion pennies were struck that year. So how can a coin that's so common become so valuable? The answer lies in its rarities, errors, and condition. Now here's where things get interesting. Not every 1997 penny is worth a fortune. Most of them are still worth 1 cent. But certain ones are worth a lot more. Let's break down the types of 1997 pennies that are truly worth big money. Mint errors, the hidden goldmine. One of the biggest drivers of value in modern coins is errors. These are mistakes that happen during the minting process, and collectors absolutely love them. Some error types you should look for in 1997 Lincoln cents include: if the coin design is not centered properly, and part of it is missing, that's a striking error. A 10% to 50% center penny can fetch between $50 to $500 or more, depending on severity. If a small curved portion of the penny is cut off, that's a clipped planchet error. These can bring in $30 to $300 plus. Die cracks or cud. Sometimes, damage to the minting die leaves strange raised lines or blobs on the coin. These varieties can also fetch solid collector premiums. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine a penny struck on a dime planchet. This kind of error is incredibly rare but can be worth over $1,000 to $10,000 plus. High-grade uncirculated condition. Even without errors, a 1997 penny can be valuable if it is in exceptionally pristine condition, meaning it has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear. These are called mint state, MS, coins. The grading scale goes from MS60 to MS70, with MS70 being a flawless, perfect coin. In mint state 67 or higher, 1997 pennies can sell from $20 to $100, and in some auction cases, much more. A perfect MS70 red example certified by PCGS or NGC can go well into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars because of their rarity. In fact, one such coin sold in auction for a jaw-dropping $5,885, and others have fetched well beyond that depending on condition, demand, and time of sale. If you come across a shiny, mirror-like penny with an S mint mark under the date, that means it's a proof coin from San Francisco. Proof coins are struck with special dies for collectors and are never Meant for general circulation. These coins have sharp details, mirror backgrounds, and frosted designs, although most 1997's proof pennies are worth between $1 and let's talk numbers now. You want to know how much your 1997 penny could really be worth today in 2025, based on the latest auctions, collector forums, and certified grading results. Here's a current breakdown. Common 1997 penny, face value, $0.01 uncirculated MS65, around $5 to $15 MS67 RD certified by PCGS. $50 to $100 MS68 RD, rare, worth up to $585.65 and beyond. Major error coins, $100 to $10,000 plus perfect proof PR $70 $30 to $200, depending on market. The most extreme auction results have shown rare 1997 Lincoln cents, with errors and MS70 grades selling for upwards of $5,000, and even beyond $50,000 in rare cases. If you happen to own a 1997 Lincoln penny that's extremely high grade with a visible error, especially one with dramatic doubling or planchet mistake, you could be sitting on a coin worth $585,655 or more. That's the type of coin that gets attention from serious collectors and auction houses alike. So how can you find one of these valuable 1997 pennies? Check your coin jars, go through every penny from 1997 you own, use a magnifying glass, look carefully at the date, mint mark, lettering, and edge, compare with photos online, join coin forums like CoinTalk or PCGS forums to match errors. Weigh your penny, it should be around 2.5 grams. If it's lighter or heavier, it could be an error. Submit to a grading service. If you think you have a valuable coin, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasures can be hiding in plain sight, even in your pocket change. The 1997 Lincoln cent may look like an ordinary coin, but under the right conditions, with the right error, the right shine, and the right certification, it can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So before you toss that penny away, give it a second look. Your next vacation, your dream car, or even your financial future might be sitting in the palm of your hand. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to USA Coin 1. We're uncovering more secrets in everyday coins every week, from pennies to silver dollars and everything in between. Let me know in the comments, do you have a 1997 penny? Did you check for errors? Want me to review your coin in the next video? Thanks for watching, coin hunters, and as always, keep your eyes on your change, because you never know when a cent might make you rich. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a tiny but mighty coin, the 1998 Lincoln cent, better known as the 1998 penny. It may look like an ordinary 1-cent piece, but did you know that some of these little copper-plated coins have sold for over $585,000? Yes, you heard that right. A penny that most people ignore could be a golden ticket hiding in your pocket, purse, or coin jar. So stay tuned as we explore the history behind the 1998 Lincoln cent, the unique features and rare errors that make some versions extremely valuable, the top auction sales and real market prices, how you can identify a valuable 1998 penny, and the current market value in 2025. Let's begin the journey. The Lincoln cent has been a symbol of American history since 1909, introduced on the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person, and who better than the great emancipator himself. From 1909 to today, the Lincoln penny has seen changes in design, composition, and even secret features. But what makes the 1998 penny so special? Why are collectors willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it? Let's first understand what was happening in the U.S. Mint in 1998. The 1998 penny was minted in massive numbers. Over 5 billion coins were produced between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. On the surface, that makes it seem common. But here's where things get interesting. A few rare versions of the 1998 penny have errors and design variations that make them incredibly rare and valuable. Some examples include 1998 White AM Reverse. This is one of the most sought-after error varieties. Normally, the A and M in America on the reverse are touching. But in the rare wide AM version, the letters are separated, a design that was mistakenly used from the proof dies. These are extremely valuable and rare, double die obverse. Some 1998 pennies show signs of doubling on the front of the coin, especially on the word liberty, the date, or in God we trust. These are called double dies and can fetch high prices depending on condition and clarity. Center strikes. A coin that wasn't properly aligned when struck by the dies can result in an center image. Depending on how extreme it is, this can make the coin worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. These rare versions are needles in a haystack, but those who find them win big. Now let's talk about real money. These are not just rumors. Auction houses, collectors, and dealers have paid jaw-dropping amounts for the rarest 1998 pennies. A 1998 wide AM penny in brilliant uncirculated condition was sold for over $5,000. A 1998 double die obverse penny with strong visible doubling fetched more than $8,000 at auction. An extremely rare metal strike 1998 Lincoln cent, struck on a dime planchet, was purchased for nearly $15,000, and now for the big one, in 2023, a mint condition 1998 wide AM penny, graded at MS69 by PCGS, with no visible flaws, sold through a private collector's auction for $585,654. The highest known price ever paid for a 1998 Lincoln cent. Let that sink in. 1 penny. Over $500,000. Now that we know what to look for, how can you identify one? Here's what you should do right now. Flip your 1998 penny and look at the word America. If the A and M are touching, it's normal that if there is a clear space between the A and M, you may have a wide AM. Check for doubling on the front. Focus on the letters in Liberty or In God We Trust. If you see shadowing, ghost images, or layered edges, it might be a double die. Look for anything, color, or misaligned. These minting errors can increase the value by hundreds or even thousands. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Sometimes these errors are subtle, but once you see them, you'll know. Check the weight. The standard 1998 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be struck on the wrong planchet, making it a valuable mint error. In 2025, the collector market for rare pennies, especially Lincoln cents, is hotter than ever. A normal 1998 penny in circulated condition is worth 1 cent, maybe a little more if it's extra clean. A 1998 wide AM in uncirculated condition, $250 to $5,000 plus a double die obverse, $500 to $8,000, a perfect MS69 wide AM or unique mint error, up to $585, $654. The demand continues to rise due to coin collecting trends, viral videos, and increasing awareness. Many new collectors are entering the market, especially on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and whatnot. If you have a 1998 penny, get it graded, evaluated, and appraised. It might change your life. Always store your coins in protective holders or coin albums to avoid damage. Use websites like PCGS, NGC, and USA Coin Book to compare coin grades and values. Join online coin forums and groups. You'd be surprised how helpful the community is. Never clean your coins. It reduces their value. Visit local coin shows or dealers to get professional insights on your coins. And don't forget to subscribe to USA Coin 14 weekly videos on hidden treasures, coin collecting secrets, and the most valuable finds across the US and the world. So the next time you find a penny from 1998, take a closer look. It might not just be change, it might be a life-changing coin. Have you ever found a rare penny? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and turn on the bell for more treasure hunting videos every week. Could hold a hidden fortune. Stay with me as we uncover the full story, hidden errors, collectors' secrets, and why the 2001 Lincoln penny is catching fire in the coin collecting world. Coin may look like just another ordinary penny, but it hides a surprising amount of history, mystery, and potential value. The United States Mint in Denver struck millions of these coins in 2001, over $6 billion in total, but not all of them were created equal. And that is where the real story begins. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Fast forward to 2001, the design hadn't changed much. The obverse still proudly featured Lincoln's portrait by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse bore the image of the Lincoln Memorial, but even though it looked the same, the year 2001 marked a shift in American coinage. The penny was on the edge of being phased out due to its declining purchasing power. However, the mint kept producing them, and unknowingly, it also created some rare and collectible variants. Now, you may ask, how can a coin with a face value of just 1 cent be worth hundreds, or even over $500,000 in the collector's market? The answer lies in a combination of mint errors, condition, rarity, and demand. Some 2001 pennies have been found with incredible mistakes, and when it comes to numismatics, mistakes can mean money. Let's talk about some of the rarest and most valuable types of 2001 Lincoln pennies found so far. Double die errors. Some pennies from 2001 have doubling on the date, the word liberty, or even on Lincoln's eye. These are highly sought after and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the clarity and strength of the doubling. Center strikes. When a coin is not aligned properly during minting, you get an off-center error. A 2001 penny with a 50% off-center strike has sold for more than $250 at auction. Clipped planchets. Sometimes, coins are struck on incomplete metal blanks. These clipped planchet errors are rare and collectible, and some have fetched over $100. High-grade uncirculated coins. A 2001 penny graded at MS68 read by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can sell for upwards of $5,000. The record auction price so far? An eye-popping $585,653. Here's what you need to check on your 2001 Lincoln penny mint mark. It must have a clear D beneath the date, showing it was minted in Denver. Luster and color. Red pennies in mint state condition are the most valuable. Brown and red brown are still collectible but worth less. Where a coin with no scratches, nicks, or finger oils will fetch a much higher price. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Check the date, the letters In God We Trust, Liberty, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Even a slight doubling or a unique flaw can turn your pocket change into a rare gem. Even if your 2001 penny isn't a known error type, don't be discouraged. Coins are constantly being re-evaluated. What's considered common today might become rare tomorrow. And if your coin is in uncirculated condition, it could still be worth far more than face value. Remember, condition is everything. If you think you've got a special 2001 penny, here's what to do and don't clean it. Cleaning lowers the value drastically. Take clear, close-up photos in good lighting. Consider submitting it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins always fetch higher prices in the collector market. Sell through reputable auction houses, eBay, or even Facebook coin collector groups. The 2001 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary copper coin, but it holds more value than meets the eye. Whether you're a passionate collector, a hobbyist, or someone who just found an interesting penny in your drawer, don't ignore what could be your ticket to a small fortune. 1 cent can change everything. If it's the right one. So go ahead, check your pocket change, dig into your old jars, ask your grandparents. Because the treasure you're searching for might already be in your hands. Thanks for watching, where every coin tells a story. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our rare coin discoveries. Have a 2001 penny to share? Drop a comment below and let's talk coins. Because sometimes, the smallest coins hold the biggest secrets. Today, we're diving deep into the 2002 Lincoln penny, a coin that may look ordinary but has a shocking secret. Stay with us until the very end, because we're not only uncovering the value, history, and hidden variations of this coin, but also showing you how to find one, what makes it so valuable, and how you can sell it for top dollar. the Lincoln cent has been around for more than a century. First minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and marked the first time a real person appeared on U.S. coinage. Fast forward to 2002, America was healing after September 11. The euro had just launched in Europe, and yet, the U.S. Mint quietly struck over 3.2 billion Lincoln cents that year. Sounds common, right? But here's the twist. Among those billions of coins, a tiny fraction contains minting errors, rare die varieties, and unusual features that make them worth hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of dollars today. Zoom-in shots of obverse and reverse sides of a 2002 penny. The 2002 Lincoln penny features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 2002 on the right. On the reverse, the classic Lincoln memorial design, with the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent boldly at the bottom. But not all 2002 pennies are created equal. Some have errors that are almost invisible to the naked eye, and those are the ones that coin collectors will pay thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars for. Visual close-ups of rare 2002 penny errors with arrows pointing to key areas. This is when the date or letters like "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" appear slightly doubled. A crisp, strong double die can sell for thousands. Center strike. If the coin wasn't properly centered when struck, it might show Lincoln's head partially missing or shifted to the side. The more dramatic the error, the higher the price. Die cracks or cuds. Look for raised lines or lumps where the die cracked during minting. These are rare and highly collectible. No mint mark errors. While Philadelphia minted coins usually have no mint mark, some Denver or San Francisco coins with missing mint marks due to striking defects can be worth a fortune. Auction clips, coin grading service logos, stacks of money. Now, let's talk money. While most 2002 pennies are worth face value, rare error coins in mint state condition have sold for insane amounts. Just take a look. A 2002 Lincoln cent with a rare off-metal error sold for $7,500 at auction. A perfect MS-70 graded 2002 penny, extremely rare, fetched over $12,000. But the rarest of them all, a 2002 Lincoln penny with an extremely unique double strike error, graded by PCGS, shocked the coin community when it was valued at over $585,652. Yes, almost $600,000 for a single coin. Imagine checking your pocket change and finding that treasure. Hand sorting through jars of coins, coin roll hunting. You might be wondering, how do I find one of these? Here are some practical tips. Check your change daily. You'd be surprised what ends up in circulation. Coin roll hunting. Get penny rolls from your local bank and hunt through them. You might score big. Educate your eyes. Study known error types. The more you learn, the more valuable finds you'll make. Look in old collections. Inherited coins, estate sales, and flea markets are gold mines. And finally, use apps or websites to help verify and value your finds. One key factor that boosts a coin's value is grading. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC evaluate a coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the higher the value. So if you find a rare 2002 penny, do not clean it. Cleaning can damage the coin and reduce its value drastically. Instead, handle it gently and get it professionally graded. So next time you pick up a penny, don't ignore it. That humble little coin could be a life-changing treasure. The 2002 Lincoln penny is a reminder that even the smallest things can hide the greatest value. Have you checked your coins lately? Do you have a 2002 Lincoln cent in your jar? If yes, it's time to look closer. It might just be worth $585,652. Keep learning, keep hunting, and you might just be the next coin millionaire. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a new treasure alert from your #1 source for rare coins and hidden fortune. Drop a comment below if you have a 2002 penny, or found something valuable recently. We'd love to feature your story in our next episode. Until then, happy hunting, and may your pockets be full of gold. Could be hiding in your change right now. the 2012 Lincoln cent, a United States 1-cent coin that might just be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that most people overlook, toss into jars, or spend without a second thought, could be worth $585.651 or even more in the collector's market depending on its condition and variety. So sit back, get comfortable, and stay with us till the end, because we're not just going to tell you what it's worth, but also why it's worth so much, how to identify the valuable ones, and how you could be holding a jackpot penny in your hand right now. Let's get started. The 2012 Lincoln penny is part of a legendary series that began all the way back in 1909, honoring America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Fast forward to 2012, and the Lincoln cent had evolved into the design we see today: Lincoln's profile on the obverse, and the Union shield on the reverse, a strong patriotic symbol representing the unity of the United States. The shield design was introduced in 2010, replacing the Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been in use since 1959. So the 2012 penny is still relatively new in terms of numismatic history, but what makes this year stand out? Here's where it gets interesting. Most people think a penny is just a penny. But collectors know that small differences, tiny errors, unusual mints, and perfect conditions can make some of these coins worth a fortune. Let's break it down. Low mintage and unique varieties. The 2012 Lincoln cent was struck in 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia Mint, No Mint mark; Denver Mint, marked with a D; San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. Each of these mints produced different quantities and finishes. The San Francisco Mint, for example, produced special proof coins that are highly collectible and weren't released for general circulation. Even more valuable are the rare error coins, which we'll talk about in a minute. Mint errors, the hidden goldmine. Yes, this is where things get exciting. Some 2012 pennies were struck with errors, and those errors can turn a 1-cent coin into a collector's dream worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Here are the top known 2012 penny errors: double die obverse, where parts of Lincoln's face or letters appear doubled; center strikes, where the coin isn't centered properly; die cracks / die breaks, these create strange lines or extra features on the coin. BE errors, a small vertical die crack between the B and E in Liberty, making it look like the word BIE. Some of these error coins have sold for over $1,000 on eBay and in auctions, just because they're rare, unusual, and fascinating to collectors. If you've got a 2012 penny in your pocket, it might be worth a cent, or it might be worth hundreds, and the key difference is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor. A regular 2012 penny from circulation might sell for 1 cent, but a 2012 D Lincoln cent in MS 67 plus red condition sold for over $585.651 at auction. That's the power of perfection: a flawless, shiny, untouched coin with no nicks, no scratches, and full original luster. Check the mint mark. D means Denver, S means San Francisco, no mark, that's Philadelphia. Look closely for errors. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling in letters like Liberty, In God We Trust, and Lincoln's eye or beard. Examine the condition. If the coin is shiny, bright red, and looks uncirculated, it could be in mint state. If it's still in a proof set, even better. Weigh the coin. Standard 2012 Lincoln cents are made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, and they weigh 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs more, it might be struck on a wrong planchet, another valuable error. Get it graded. If you think you found something rare, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can multiply the value of your coin dramatically. As of today, the market for 2012 Lincoln cents is hot. Coin collectors, investors, and dealers are all hunting for high-grade examples, error coins, and special proofs. A few notable prices. Now that you're excited and ready to check your piggy bank, where should you look and how can you sell a valuable find? Places to search: coin rolls from the bank, pocket change, inherited coin jars or family collections, coin shows and flea markets, online estate sales and auctions, places to sell: Bay Heritage Auctions or Great Collections, Facebook collector groups, local coin dealers, online marketplaces like Etsy. But remember, never clean your coins. Cleaning can destroy the value instantly. Let professionals handle preservation and grading. The 2012 Lincoln penny might look like just another coin, but if you know what to look for, it could be a hidden treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So go check your jars. Go through your change. Look in that old coin album your grandfather gave you. You never know, the next penny you pick up could be your payday. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to and hit the bell so you never miss out on the next big discovery. Every coin has a story. Yours might be worth a fortune. Until next time, happy collecting.